Standard 9, Subject Science and Technology. Lesson number 8, Useful and Harmful Microbes.
Now we are going to study about useful microorganism lactobacilli. Lactobacilli is a bacteria. They are minute and rectangular in shape. Lactobacilli are anaerobic bacteria, that is, they can produce the energy without the use of the oxygen. The lactobacilli bacteria convert lactose sugar into lactic acid in the milk, and this process is called fermentation. As a result of this, the pH of the milk decreases and it causes the coagulation of milk protein. Thus, milk protein are separated from other constituent of the milk, and yogurt has a specific sour taste due to the lactic acid, and the low pH destroy the harmful microbes present in the milk. Now let us see the uses of lactobacilli. The various types of the milk product like yogurt, buttermilk, ghee, cheese, shrikhand can be obtained by fermentation of the milk, and lactobacilli fermentation is also useful for large scale production of coca, pickles of the vegetables, and lactobacilli and some other useful microbes taken together are used to treat the abdominal discomfort. And lactobacilli fermentation process is also used to make the wine and some type of the bread, and it is also used for the domestic cattle like cows, buffalo is fodder fermented with the help of the lactobacilli. Now let us see the another important useful bacteria, that is called rhizobium. Rhizobium is a rod shaped useful microorganism, and rhizobia living in root nodules which supply the nitrates, nitrites and amino acids to the plant, and in exchanging get energy in the form of carbohydrates from it. Such a mutually beneficial relationship is called symbiosis. Okay. Rhizobia produce nitrogenous compounds from atmospheric nitrogen. However, for this process of nitrogen fixation, they need the leguminous plants like beans, sweet pea, soya bean, etc. as a host. Beans and pulses are rich in protein due to the nitrogenous compound made available by the rhizobia. Now, after the harvesting a leguminous crop, the leftover roots and other part plants are deliberately dumped in the form of the soil to maintain the bacterial population. The use of the rhizobium has helped to reduce the use of the chemical fertilizers and thereby their adverse effect. It has also helped to reduce the expenses on fertilizers and thus works to the benefit of the farmers.
Now we are going to learn about the yeast. Yeast is a unicellular fungus with 1500 different species in existence. Yeast cell is a eukaryotic type of the cell. Eukaryotic means what? The cell which have the well developed nucleus and other well developed cell organelles, for example mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, lysosome, etc. And it is a heterotrophic fungal microbes that grow on carbon compounds. The cells may have small round bodies attached to them. These new daughter cells of the yeast in the process of formation. This method of the asexual reproduction is called budding, and yeast mostly grows and multiply very quickly due to the carbon compounds in the sugar solution. In this process of obtaining the nutrition, yeast cells convert carbohydrate in that solution into the alcohol and carbon dioxide. This process is called fermentation. Now let us see the uses of yeast. It is used to the production of the alcohol, which is used for the making wines. And yeast Aerovinia lipolytica is used to absorb the toxins released during the production of palm oil and the heavy metals and minerals released in the some other industries process. Saccharomyces cerevisiae is used for the absorption of a pollutants arsenic, and oil spills in ocean are cleaned with the help of the Alkanorex bacteria. Molasses is fermented with the help of the yeast called Saccharomyces. In this process, ethanol alcohol is produced as a primary product and ester and other alcohol are produced as a secondary product. Spirit and other alcohols can be obtained from ethanol, and ethanol is also a smokeless and high quality fuel. Besides molasses, maize, barley and other grains are also used for the industrial production of ethanol. Glucose and fructose, the sugars present in grape juice, are also fermented with the help of the yeast to produce the alcohol which is used for making wines. Thank you.